This talking slideshow really has nothing to do with Berlin, Germany. What I'm going to do is talk about changing extensions and the use of changing extensions for the purpose of video editing. Now, what is an extension? An extension identifies the type of file that you're working with. In a photograph, most photographs are usually ending in JPEG, period, JPG. In a video editing movie, it can be an AVI file, an MPEG file, it can be a VOB file. Let's start with importing a video_ts file from a previous project. Double-click the video TS file and we see the VTS_. Notice the bottom three records have no extension. They're standard, so therefore the extension doesn't show. So what we need to do is make these extensions visible. Go to the Start button, go to Control Panel, and then open up Folder Options. Double-click on Folder Options and then click on the tab that says View. Under View, we're looking for the very bottom line there that says Hide Extensions of Known Files. See the check mark there? Remove the check mark and your extensions will show on all files. Here's an example of a WAV file, an Excel file with XLS, and here are some photographs that now show JPEG afterwards. What we're going to do first is double click on the video_ts file, and that will show us the VOB files, but it'll show it without the extension. I showed you earlier how to show the extension, so we will see the VOB extension, and now what we're simply going to do is rename the file ending in MPG. I'm going to double click slowly on the last VOB file so I can rename it. I double click on it slowly and then I can rename it, and I have changed that to MPG. You will get a warning sign that says the file might become unusable, but click yes anyway because we're going to change this to an MPG file. I need to remember where I've located the renamed MPG file so I can navigate from Pinnacle Studio to edit that file. In my case, it's under My Documents, under the Pinnacle Studio folder, to My Disk Images, to the video TS file. Okay, I'm going to now open up Pinnacle Studio and I'm going to navigate my way back to My Documents, to Pinnacle Studio, to My Disk Images, and that's where the MPG file is. So I have the computer set on other files, so I'm slowly working my way back by using that little up arrow. There is My Projects, there is My Disk Images, and then there is the video TS file. Okay, I then double click on that and there is my MPG file, and now I can pull that down into Pinnacle Studio and it is ready to bring into the timeline. There it goes. It is now doing a scene detection and it'll place a picture in Pinnacle Studio at the top, and then I can drag that down to the timeline. So that's what it is. Just a note, VOB files and MPG files can both be read or played in Windows Media Player, but only the MPG file can be edited in Pinnacle. Alright, no wisecracks about the bare feet. When I was little, we lived in the country and I didn't like to wear shoes unless I was forced into them. My name is Tommy Hale. I am about 8 years old and in the Cub Scouts. I am also going to be your tour guide. And besides that, I am also the editor, the director, the producer, the program manager, and the historian of this historic film. What we're about to view are old 8mm films mixed with photographs starting back in 1937. This is a story of my sister Betty Louise and myself, of our parents and some of our relatives. It is an effort to preserve some of the family history for future generations. Alright, no wisecracks about the bare feet. When I was little, we lived in the country and I didn't like to wear shoes unless I was forced into them. My name is Tommy Hale. I am about 8 years old and in the Cub Scout. I am also going to be your tour guide. And besides that, I'm going to be the editor, the director, the producer, the program manager, and the historian of this historic film. What we are about to view are old 8mm films mixed with photographs starting back in 1937. This is a story of my sister Betty Louise and myself, of our parents and some of our relatives. It is an effort to preserve some of the family history for the future generations. Now that's my sister. I will close this session with a touch of humor. While stationed in Berlin, Germany, on the 6th of October 1962, I wandered into a bar, a young, naive 25-year-old GI. I ordered a beer, I was listening to music, and I asked this young, cute Fräulein to dance. I've been paying for that damn dance ever since, but don't you dare repeat that to my wife.